Good evening, guys. Today's video I just want to talk about the Nike Zoomx Vaporfly Next Percent shoe. This is a really interesting topic and one that I wanted to go into a little bit more specifics with in regards to these performance enhancing shoes. I think that these particular shoes aren't necessarily bad. I think that if an athlete needs that additional motivation and is seeking a new personal best and just wants to go out and wants to improve upon their current best times, and they can get that additional motivation from a new personal best. I think that shoes like the Nike Zoomx Vaporfly Next Percentage shoe, along with the Nike Alpha Flies and these other new shoes that are coming out, can be a good thing. Not every athlete is out there trying to become an elite athlete. The way I came up in the sport, I knew early on that I wanted to get to the elite level in middle distance running early on, when I thought I was a miler and wanting to break the 4-minute mile when I was in high school. I didn't come close to it, ran 4 minutes and 25 seconds for the mile. But I think shoes like this new Nike Zoomx Vaporfly Next Percentage shoe that Eliud Kipchoge and the current world record holder for the marathon, and Kenny Bekele, the second fastest marathoner in history that ran a 2:01:41 at last year's Berlin Marathon, they're all wearing these shoes, and I think it's natural for recreational runners or local runners to get out and to purchase these shoes because they obviously see other athletes dropping significant amounts of time off their current personal best. It is an investment. I mean, they're like $250 each, but I don't necessarily. I just want to talk a little bit more about it, just my own personal feelings for what it's worth. When I was training heavily for the marathon distances in the half marathon, this type of technology wasn't out. I started, like, if you've seen any of my videos or have been to RunDreamAchieve.com, I started running marathons in 2002 when none of really this type of shoe technology was around, and ran my personal best of 2:19:35 in a pair of Adizero RC flats. I mean, these shoes were not, they were more like 5K racing flats. So it's just proof that you don't need these shoes to set a new personal best. But it is interesting for a lot of athletes that see these carbon fiber plate shoes that have this, tons of foam and support and cushion in the shoe itself, and to see other athletes improving and making gains in their fitness, to naturally want to go out and buy a new pair of the Nike Zoomx Vaporfly Next Percent or the Alpha Fly or any other performance enhancing type shoe. But the main thing about these types of shoes, these performance enhancing type shoes, is they're not going to get the job done if you're not putting in the work. You cannot go out and run, a 5K or a 10K half marathon or marathon in these shoes and set a new personal best, or to make those big leaps in your training or in your racing if you haven't put in the heavy work. A lot of that is self-explanatory, but there is no such thing as a fast course. There is a such thing as a fast athlete and a highly prepared athlete. You hear it from coaches and other athletes. You need to go out and you run on a fast course to get a fast time, and that is true. I mean, you can go off and run a very hilly marathon, or go and run Chicago or Rotterdam or Columbus, which are all flat courses, and you'll have a very high probability of getting a new personal best. But you have to put in the heavy work. There is no shortcut. There's no particular shoe that's going to get the job done for you. You have to put that work in. As I move forward with this video, I just want to tell you, if you're brand new to the channel, click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so when I make a new video, you'll be notified. I really appreciate all the comments and all the people that come to the Run Dream Achieve YouTube channel and that are leaving the comments and are leaving the questions. I'm getting a lot of feedback and kind of hearing your voice and hearing what you guys have to say in regards to these types of performance enhancing shoes, like the new Nike Zoomx Vaporfly Next Percentage shoe. It's definitely an interesting topic because in terms of improving your running performance, they do have these particular shoes do have a lot of perks to them. I think if you're a recreational runner, or you're, you know, either a beginner recreational runner or like a regional level runner, it's worth a shot to go out, at least to, you know, try them on and see how they feel, in training. Give it a shot. If you feel the need, like you want to wear these shoes and you feel like that you've done your homework in training and you want to get to the race and you want to do some big things in the race, if you feel like these shoes will give you that extra mental advantage and physical advantage in terms of how your stride's going to feel, and that extra propulsion and cushion that the shoe has, if you feel that these shoes will do that for you, then definitely give it a shot. All you can do is, you know, see if they were what you thought they were or not. So I definitely don't think the Nike Zoomx Vaporfly Next Percentage shoe, or these other performance enhancing type shoes are necessarily a bad thing. I know everybody's different. I don't personally know if I would be able to wear these shoes, because I still feel like, you know, at least the types of times that I've ran in the past, I would always wonder, like, was the shoe, like this particular shoe is supposedly gives the athlete between a 4 and 5% advantage performance wise than just a regular racing flat. So a 4 to 5% difference in running performance over a long period of time is going to create some significant challenges for the athletes that are well prepared, just like the athletes that are wearing these shoes. It's going to make their job a lot more difficult, because there are advantages to these shoes. Definitely, there's more propulsion. There's a significant performance advantage that you're going to get, provided that you've done the hard anaerobic training first. And again, it's very critical that I stress that, because there's no shoe, there's no racing course that's going to help you if you're not in great physiological and mental shape, because running is also very mental, as we know. If you have not prepared well in training, you're not going to have that confidence to get into the race and to try to make moves on people. You had not done that hard work. I know if you guys have a specific feeling about it, leave me a comment below. Let me know how you're feeling about these shoes. The Nike Zoomx Vaporfly Next Percent is a great shoe. I definitely have researched the shoe itself and I've had friends that wore the shoe and have set new personal bests wearing it. Again, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I just think everybody's different. There are some athletes that are trying to break a 2 hour and 30-minute marathon, or trying to qualify for the Boston Marathon, or just to set a new personal best. And they're going after these shoes because they see the significant advantage that they provide to the athlete, and it's great. It's great to get a new personal best. It just, again, it goes back to the athlete. What is your goals, and what is, if you feel like these shoes would give you such a huge advantage that you would feel kind of guilty for wearing them, or that you would think down the road, like, man, I wore the Nike Zoomx Vaporfly Next Percent shoe, and that's kind of the reason why I dropped 15 minutes off my marathon. You can drop 15 minutes off your marathon wearing a regular flat. So just keep those things in mind. Again, there's definitely perks, there's definitely benefits to these shoes. And if you're, like I said, if you're a beginner athlete, you're a regional level athlete, I still think that it's a great shoe. It's going to be very cushioned. It's going to be, from what I've researched and read, the shoe looks fantastic, feels fantastic. I personally have not worn any of these types of shoes yet. I think, if anything, if I were to wear these, I would wear them in training. I would not wear them in a race. I really want to know that I did it myself, that I can look in the mirror and say, I ran that time with legit shoes, with legit training. If it gives you the motivation and it provides a new personal best, and you feel empowered by wearing them. So hopefully this video has been helpful. Like I said, if you have a specific question, or you have your own personal feelings about these shoes, leave me a comment below and let me know what you think, because I do think there are pros and cons to these types of shoes, and there are benefits and there are kind of drawbacks to wearing these shoes, especially if you're a very high level type of an athlete. There are a lot of athletes that have run under 2:20 for the marathon like me, or have run faster than I've run over the distance, and that think they're a great shoe, and then there's other athletes that think it's definitely a drawback for our sport. So leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And again, I really appreciate your comments. If you're brand new to the channel, my name is Nate Pennington. I'm the founder of RunDreamAchieve.com, a site that I've had since 2011. I have training programs there and running courses that will help you, that are specifically built for beginner to elite level athletes that are trying to, run faster over the 5K or trying to get all the way under a 2 hour and 30-minute marathon. I welcome you to RunDreamAchieve.com and appreciate your attention to this particular video. I look forward to your comment, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.